Hello everybody, Forest Month is here today with something else about trackers, Bark tracker and T1 tracker. Even as I said before, I probably don't have something more to say about trackers. It's February 2020 and it means winter. And firstly, what came into my mind, because there was somewhere I typed with some of you, and my video, one of the video, he said which tracker is the best? Again, the question always. And in the winter time, that's that first point what I want to say. One of these two in the winter time is going into my mind. Just one of these two. T3 just really optionally, but T3, T2 the small one, no way, and T4 is just, it is like EDC, but definitely not something like a survival knife. Why? Of course, because in the winter we want to have some, and we probably need some larger, heavier, bigger pieces of wood, mostly for heating, or simply do some heavy task. I mean, if you are making shelter, maybe in the winter we need some bigger, because we need to insulate ourselves more. That's one thing. So this is one thing. So if in a winter, one of these two. The point is, of course, Bark River, or someone got the hollow grind. That's the point. Here on Bark River it is done, but on the tops I've seen somewhere on YouTube somebody got hollow grind here. Okay, so what's the difference? Of course, firstly, when if you see my in our basement, last year I did the splitting very hard dried oak wood, and it is really hard. The wood is really hard. So sometimes you need to really swing powerfully. The convex is of course the best probably for the heavy tasks. So do the hard chopping, hard splitting, and these things. And the hollow grind is for the easy task. But as you can see, on the best part for splitting wood on Trakker on T1 is here, so really behind the handle, and on the Bark River it is here. So if I want to have more power, I need to split something really, let's say, thicker, longer, everything bigger, heavier, and etc. So this one is more handy because I got more power, because these knives are generally the same weight. So I got more power here. That's right. But if you do some small things, you can do the harder parts of your job close to your handle. You got everything more under control. So here you got different leverage, because you usually split on this position or somewhere here. You got different leverage here in the hand. Then if you got here, this is really more under control. It's really under control, and you feel it. Sometimes it's really important. You feel safe, especially if you are outside, frozen, tired and everything. This one could be more dangerous to work with. I don't mean you split just one piece, but if you do more of them, and let's say you need to do it fast, which is not, of course, the best thing. If you are tired, you better to do it more carefully. But okay, so this one you got it immediately more under control. That's one of the thing. I got a help here. Sorry. When I split some or baton through some really, again, big pieces of wood, it is not only about the control, like what I said before, but if I got T1 and I don't usually baton through, let's say, over 4 inches piece of wood in thickness. So let's say it's something like this one. Most of time it is a little bit less, but let's say I got something like that. So if that will be shorter, this is 6 centimeters, so 2.4 inches about in diameter. So when I do this one, the hook here like locks the wood, and it won't move. It won't move. So I lock it here and then just simply go through. That's really nice. If I will do it in if that will be something longer, even that it will lock here probably just naturally, and the hook here will grab the wood, and it will be something like that. And again, when I split that, it probably won't move. Here, in the other hand, it is not like that, because I don't split it like this one. Anyway, as I said, I don't have that balance put under control. And second thing, it won't move. It can move. It can move somewhere. You know, I like to split it. Let's say it is longer, and simply it moves. I grab it, try to do this one, and I get the angle, not because I want, but because, as I said, I'm tired, etc. And the wood can slip out. Of course, when you chop in, then everything's fine. But anyway, if you are in, still the wood can, it will be splitted, but the wood can go off. Here, probably not, because it will be grabbed by this one, by the hook. You know, it's detail, but it works like that. I don't say you can't live without the information, but it is something what I think is good to know. In the other hand, bark river has the potential to when you go the, let's say you need to split few branches because you do tent stakes and simply some more thin part of woods, let's say a different kind of stick for whatever, from let's say around 1 inch. So you want just, you got a long stick and make it shorter, let's say this one, because you got the leverage and you got this flat part. It is nice, you can do it really nicely, and you got nice contact and chop them like this one. It is here, it is generally yeah, let's say generally impossible because the hook, but of course you can do it here. But this is different kind of story. As I said, this knife works in like wheel, like axe, this way. So you slice, you chop and slice in one motion. So it's something different. I didn't say it doesn't work, but it is not like that. This is better for that. And of course the hollow grind helps. It's nice for tiny task. And the next and last thing for this one is, when you see the video in basement, as I said, sometimes the really hard, I don't know how it happened, maybe it's so hard, and the grains of the wood are really like a spring, you know. So when you sink in and then simply like split it, then it shoots up, and it really it does like that. It is like you know, it sometimes shoots about 2 meters away. That's long. If you know, it doesn't mean it can, maybe it can hurt someone, but okay, let's put this one away. But if you got the wood around yourself, so then you really spend your time, energy, and even looking outside where the wood is. That's good when you want just to go in. That's normally what we use the convex for. Is better for it because it opens the wood fast. But sometimes the hollow grind, even if it's not made to do these hard tasks, when you somehow maybe can damage the edge, because this is really thin. The edge is really thin compared to the, even now after this reprofiling, this is different story. But if you got it under control, you know the limits of the knife, you don't use some really huge pieces of wood. When you use for that the hollow grind, it sinks in and it is like more careful, and then it's open. It should also, like the wood, it shoots out the wood also, but not that much and not that far. Really, as I said, if I do it in this way, it's boom, 1.5, 2 meters. If I do this one, half meter, which is for me to grab it generally in this way. It is, again, it is a detail. It is not something super huge important, but again, it is like experience. And because I'm using these two knives in the winter especially much more, so that's something what is really good to know, I think. So if you decide, if you are on the way to decide which of these two Trakker is better, it's really hard to say because again, price is going, this is still much pricey, and even I don't know if you can still buy it somewhere. You can buy this one, there's no problem, but on this one I'm not so sure now. So which of these two, I like both of them. Sometimes I grab this one, sometimes this one, and I know the advantages and disadvantages. I don't know, they are great. Buy both them, you know. Thank you very much. Have a nice time. Bye.